Hi Sinath. Hi and thanks for joining. Thanks for joining early. So let's wait for some more time. Other participants and speakers also will join. After that, I will start the session.
Sure, ma'am. Hi.
Sorry, Sinath.
Nothing else.
Okay. Hi Edson. Thanks for joining early. So let's wait for some time for Rafael and other participants to join. Maybe in 5 minutes or 6 minutes, I will start the session. Hi Dinesh. Thanks for joining. Hi Nitin. Thanks for joining. So let's wait for some more time. And thanks for joining early. So let's wait for 5 more minutes for the speaker and the other participants. Yeah. Hi Rafael.
Hello, hi buddy.
Yeah, thanks for joining Rafael. And yeah, so happy to have you here. And yeah, let's wait for some more time for other participant to join. After that, I will start the session.
Okay.
So meantime, participants, so please introduce yourself in the chat. So from where you are joining and your user group experience and how many years of experience you are having in OutSystem. And if you have any suggestion for the for Chennai user group, you can put that also. Like what topic we can cover in the upcoming session. That also you can put it in the chat. So please use the chat session, or if you want, you can unmute and talk also. So you all are having the permission to unmute and speak. So please, let's utilize this time for interacting. Okay, thanks for joining everyone. So let's wait for some more time, maybe 5 minutes. After that, I will start the session sharply by 3 5 p.m. Yeah. Okay, and last session of our MVP series, the recording is uploaded in the YouTube, and we have incorporated the link in the same event page. So if somebody wants to check that, so you can go to the same event page and then you can check it. And as we mentioned early, right? So this series we have planned differently. So we are not planning to conduct any quiz. So whatever you are learning from this series, right? So we are planning to conduct 4 sessions with our amazing MVPs. So you have to share the experience and what are the key points, or if possible, you can try from your end, maybe a small POC, and then you can share your experience in LinkedIn. So based on the content, we will announce the winner in the end of the series. So I think some people already posted about the first session. So this session also, please attend, and you can ask your question to Rafael, and you can try to implement the same and share your experience in the LinkedIn. Based upon the content, we will announce the winners. So the idea is, okay, so it's like after learning, if you try from your side, like you will not forget also, right? So that's the idea. So yeah, we will wait for your content. And yes, maybe I will start the session. Let me share my screen. One minute. Yeah, hope my screen is visible.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. All right. So yeah, so this is the second session of the MVP series by Chennai OutSystem User Group. Agent Builder live coding, implementing a writing tone analysis agent to classify support tickets. So, and thanks once again, thanks everyone for joining this session. So yeah, we all know about OutSystem community. So OutSystem community is having so many programs to encourage the developers to learn more, share their knowledge with others, and grow together. So if you want to know more about OutSystem community and what are the important news or recent news is going on, you can go to this website outsystem.com/community, and you will get the recent trends and everything. So this is the home page of the community portal. So you can learn the important items from here. And user groups, yeah, one of the amazing initiative from OutSystem. So it started, I think, 5 years back. So and I'm happy to part of this. So user group, thus the main thing is for the community, by the community. So it's not only learning from the community, so you can share your experience also with the community. So if you want to speak and if you want to share any of your experience, maybe you'd have faced some problem in your project and you'd have find some solution, right? So you can share your experience with the community. So if you want to speak in the upcoming session, please reach out to me or Krishnambal. So we will we will plan for it. Okay, so that this is one of the wonderful initiative by OutSystem. And to recognize the people who are actively participating in the community, OutSystem is having two amazing programs, champions and MVP. So you can learn more about this program. So if you feel you are eligible for champion or MVP, like, or how, what are the things you have to do to become a champion MVP. So all this information you can get from this URL. And yeah, we all know it's a very big community. We are having 8 to 4K plus member. Maybe it's a old slide, maybe now we are having more than that also. 2 million plus app downloads and 2 million plus completed courses. So yeah, so happy to be part of this community. And this is one of the another program OutSystem is conducting for the other the developers who are into some other technologies. So if you feel right, so maybe your friend is in some different domain. So definitely, if they learn our system, their career can grow infinitively, right? So if you feel, if they get opportunity to learn our system, right, like they can learn, they can achieve more in their career, then you can share this program, this URL with them. So this in this program, OutSystem experts will give 2 weeks training to the to your friend, and the minimum qualification is 2 years experience in any IT means any IT language or any software field. Okay, and they will also conduct a small quiz to evaluate, and based on the resume, the OutSystem team will shortlist the people so they can attend this program. So they will get 2 week free training from the OutSystem. Also, they will, in the end of the program, they will also get the voucher to evaluate themselves, so they can schedule the exam and they can become the certified developer. So you can share this URL, or you can scan this QR code, and you can share URL with your friend. And this is one of the program, OutSystem research program. So whenever you work on any application, right, you may feel if this particular functionality is there part of OutSystem, then it will be easy, like we can implement it very fast. You can share your thoughts in two places. One is ideas, OutSystem ideas. So one more thing is research program. So if you want to if you are eager to share your thoughts and opinions with the OutSystem team, right? So for the recent research activities, you can enroll this to program. So your OutSystem product team, they will send the recent before the release, they will send a survey. So you can also be part of that survey. You can share your suggestion and your thoughts on it. And not only that, so when if you contribute in that surveys, you will get the rewards also from the OutSystem teams. So if you want to experience the recent research items, right, whatever OutSystem is exploring, you can learn, you can enroll to this program. And yeah, so Chennai OutSystem user group. So me and Krishnambal, we are the organizer. So about me, so I'm currently working as an architect at Asia. I'm having 7+ years experience in OutSystem. And yeah, so for the user group activities, I got 2 Neo awards, and I'm one of the OutSystem champion. And Krishnambal, she is currently working as a local consultant at DA Labs. She is one of the MVP. And yeah, so we are the organizer. So you can reach out to us if you have any suggestion, or if you want to speak in the upcoming session, you can definitely reach out to us. And today's speaker, so today's speaker, Rafael. So he's been OutSystem MVP since 2016, and he's the winner of 3 Neo awards, and including the most loyal community member, and he also won top content creator. And I'm truly honored and excited to introduce him. And personally, right, so his content has played a crucial role in my own learning journey as well. So so when I was attending the traditional certification exam, his content helped me a lot. And so he's a passionate advocate for local development with over 19 years of experience in the software industry. Since 2006, Rafael has been helping OutSystem customer across the globe accelerate their digital information journeys. And yeah, he's a huge inspiration to me and countless others in the community also. And really, I'm happy to have you here, Rafael. So yeah, over to you. So you can talk a little bit about your experience, your journey in OutSystem, and maybe after that you can start your session. Thanks once again for joining, Rafael. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mari. And yes, I've been working with OutSystems for the past 19 years. So it is a long journey. Everything started. I'm Brazilian. Everything started in Portugal. I moved to Portugal in 2006. My background at that point was related with mostly with graphic design. So our things like logos, business cards, and things like that. So I was the Photoshop and CorelDRAW guy at that point. I had a little background with Delphi and AES Classic, ASP, scripting ASP at that point. Then I moved to Portugal, and I was introduced to OutSystems. I remember when they presented the platform, they said something. The recruiter said something like, "Hey, we have these different kind of programming. It's more visual and so on. I don't know if you will adapt to that, but this is an opportunity because we don't have that much developers professionals in the market. So this could be an opportunity for you to stand out and to highlight your profile and to create a career on top of that." And that's how everything started in Portugal. I'm now back to Brazil, but still 120% focused on OutSystems. This is my first user group, international first user group. I did a presentation for one of the OutSystems One events, mostly connected with career in OutSystems and how we helped a few developers here in Brazil to move from other areas or move from other technologies to OutSystems. But in terms of regarding user groups, this will be my first one in English as an international user group. So I'm quite nervous, to be completely honest, because I really expect to bring value to the table, to maybe help you with this content. And of course, thank you, Mari, for the opportunity, for opening these doors to present here on Chennai user group. You probably have one of the largest user groups around the globe. And yes, thank you again. And I hope that I can bring value to the table, and then I can help you with this content.
Yeah, thank you, Rafael. Yeah. You can share your screen, please.
Okay, let me start here. And done. Okay. So today we're going to talk about OutSystems. Actually, I will cover a little bit of an overview about the full AI vision for OutSystems, but we will deep dive. The live demo will be more focused on the agent builder, but I will explain a little bit about what I've tried. In, of course, as an MVP, we have privileged information about the future of the platform, at least short term. What are the things that will happen in near future? I can share everything that I know, but the future is bright. So I will tell a little. I will talk a little bit about the full vision about AI. In terms of OutSystems, and then we will deep dive into the agent builder. And as a bonus, although I didn't mention in the original presentation, okay, we will also talk about agent workbench, which is the structural new way of building agents in the platform. In terms of AI initiatives, and just to remember, I've been working with the OutSystems for the past 19 years. This year probably is the year that we will see, at least I'm seeing biggest advancements and biggest improvements in terms of new features for the platform, especially for the AI initiatives. I had the chance to participate on other big movements from OutSystems, like the ODC introduction, when we introduced the UI patterns, the mobile version, reactive. So I did participate in these other big movements, but I never saw anything close like we have here in 2025. So this year, they already launched a lot of things like the workbench. We have AI agents, actually was launched last year, but we'll see a lot of mentor also last year, but we'll see a lot of evolution around this area. And my main goal here with this session, it is to open your mind about the agents, and if to simplify things, think when we think about agents, we can think about something that majorly can get a lot of type of inputs and return a lot of type of almost all types of outputs. So these opens, from my perspective at least, this opens uh, a lot of possibilities to build amazing things, to extend what you have on your current on your customers, and so on. So think when we think about agents, we should think about this kind of infinite gateway to ask for something, to send something to AI, and to receive something on a large variety of formats. So this is the main thing that I expect you to take from this presentation. Of course, we have hands-on, but start thinking about agents in this way, because not only OutSystems but other technology players, giants from the technology market, they are putting a lot of effort on bringing agents to life, on providing easy ways to developers to create agents on their platforms. So our competitors are doing that, and so on. And OutSystems will put a lot of is putting a lot of effort on these areas. So this is one opportunity. Okay, I believe this is one unique opportunity in the OutSystems era to have something very disruptive. I'm not saying that with the classic OutSystems without AI, we cannot build something innovative and disruptive, but this area, this year, we have something, this whole set of AI features. This will make the difference on our future as OutSystems consultants, as OutSystems developers. So pay attention to everything that is bringing, that OutSystems brought to the table, and that will bring to the table in terms of AI, because these probably will be a key moment in the OutSystems history with these AI initiatives. We will not explore OutSystems Mentor, but we can also, Mari, we can also schedule another session just to talk about OutSystems Mentor. Mentor is evolving fast. They almost on a bi-weekly pace, I believe. OutSystems is bringing new things, new features around a Mentor. I'm particularly working on mentor project to provide feedback for OutSystems and so on. So I know that that there are a lot of things that we they didn't launch, but they will launch soon, that will probably improve and increase Mentor's power. Okay, so keep an eye on Mentor as the tip of the iceberg, as the first touch point for AI experience. Okay, just to provide some important concepts here, and so that we can understand these this portfolio of AI features, of AI infrastructures that OutSystems that of AI capabilities that OutSystems is bringing to the table. We have Mentor, and at this point we can prompt Mentor to create an app. Okay, so Mentor, it is our generative AI app generation platform. Okay, you can create a prompt, a single prompt, or upload a document. When we talk about agents, especially, okay, we have then the AI models. Basically, the AI model is something that you configure on ODC portal, and this works as a connection to your AI model. Okay, I have for this presentation, for this session, pre-configured AI ChatGPT GPT 4.0, if I'm not mistaken, connection using Azure Foundry, Azure OpenAI. Okay, so AI model is something that you configure on ODC portal, and this will be your connection with your model using the platform. Okay, there are the other pieces that I will explain in a few moments, but one quick tip here. At this point, we only have access to an ODC environment and ODC tenant. One, by working on a OutSystems ODC customer, a customer that has ODC, and on these environments, you probably have the trial models. So OutSystems provides, and I think they have more now, but the OutSystems, they are providing some trial models, so you can, with one click, it's easy to set up. With one click, you can select one trial model, and you have a limit, I believe, of 100 model calls that you can make. So even on an ODC customer, you have these trial models for sure. You can also bring your own model, so you can add an AI model configuring the URL, the tokens, the conditions, and so on. But you have on customers with ODC these two ways of creating AI, these AI connections, the AI models. So trial provided by OutSystems, and your own configuring your AI model connection. And on ODC shared environments, okay, the shared tenants, the ones that we use for studying, for learning the ODC and so on, probably you have one of these scenarios. One, you enter the when you create, when you join an ODC shared tenant, okay, either if you don't have there the sorry, on ODC shared tenants, you can check the AI models if there are calls available. So we have only OutSystems is providing at this point, and I know that they are looking forward. They are trying to extend that. But on shared environments, you have the ability to use the trial AI models. But in the worst case scenario, these trial tokens, these trial 100 calls, they were already consumed by other developer. So the, if you enter a new ODC shared environment, probably you have one either, or you have still available tokens to be used, or the trial model with some credits to be used, or maybe they were all consumed and you have to wait, maybe try to enter another one, and so on. So these are the two ways of using AI models, which are the connections that we use to create this bridge between our calls, our agent calls to the specific AI model. So I really you can try on the shared environments, and if you are working on OutSystems customer, you can also try on the customer tenant itself. Okay, so these are the two ways that we have available now, but I'm sure we are. This is something that, as a community, as a content creator, we are providing feedback for OutSystems that these could be expanded, especially for shared tenants, ODC tenants. We are still waiting for an ODC environment like we have on personal O11. I think we are getting closer and closer, or having something like that, but this is not official. Okay, but I know that OutSystems is working hard to have something similar in the future for us, and probably when we have in a potential future with ODC personal environments, isolated one, not shared like as we have now, probably they will bring these to the table. But these are a few ways of having access to AI models. Okay, just to show you here where this is configured. It is on ODC portal. You have AI models here. I don't know if I've lost my... Okay. And here you have the ability to select a trial model. For the trial, it is easy because you just have to name the model, and this model will be available. Okay, and if you are bringing your own model, configuring with your own credentials, of course this will require a little bit more data and setup here. Okay, but this is the place to configure AI models and consider AI models as your connection. I don't know if anyone in this audience had the opportunity to work with external database integration. This is similar of this is something that it is kind of equivalent of what we have on what we have for database connection. So consider the AI model part as the main connection to a specific AI model that can be used later on logic, on AI, on agent builder or workbench. Okay, to make agent calls, to make the API calls to the AI models. Okay, so mentor, AI model as a connection. Then we have these two pieces, which are the agent builder and the agent workbench. Okay, for this session, the demonstration will be around the agent. We'll be focusing on agent builder, just because we are still on early access program and we are not allowed to show a live demo for the agent workbench. But I have here a few print screens, screenshots that we can share so that you can have an idea about how workbench works and what can be in what the main differences and how can we evolve from agent builder to workbench. But The demo will be focused on OutSystems Agent Builder. The Agent Builder, basically, from my perspective, was their first initiative. Uh, this that The Agent Builder was meant to be the first approach for OutSystems to present the agentic AI features in the platform. So you will notice that this is an app on that can be installed. Again, if you enter either on a customer environment, Agent Builder, as far as I know, this is not installed by default. So you have to look into the Forge and download and install it. Okay, it's pretty easy to do it. So on a customer tenant, it's not. It's, as far as I know, it's not installed by default. And on shared tenants, okay, you also have access to install Agent Builder. The thing is, on shared tenants, the one important thing here to mention is that the agents that you create there on a shared tenant, the agents are visible to all the other developers. So if you create an agent there, the other developers will have access to um, make calls to that agent and to update and so on. So at this point, in the shared environment, you don't have a kind of a tenant or a per developer agent builder agents in the trial models. So everything there is shared, okay? But as I mentioned, this is something that can be changed in the future, and I'm sure that OutSystems is looking into this direction to provide a better experience, to expand also the ability for us as developers to explore agent on the shared environment. Okay. The agent workbench, as I mentioned, we are on early access program. This is something very fresh, very new in the platform. But basically, we have now a new type of app when we are creating apps on when we are creating things on the ODC studio. So okay, so the regular studio, the regular environment, we can find the web apps, the mobile apps, and now we have this new one, which is the agent. So the agent in the agent builder, we have the agents more like as in a portal that we can make agent calls using an agent ID and so on. And here on Workbench, one of the main differences it is that when we have an agent being managed by the platform as another app, we will have also things like um, branching, logs, uh, merge, so access to the direct access to all the tools that we have on OutSystems. So uh, when we are dealing with agent builder, okay, it's great. It's an amazing feature because we can start building agents from scratch using that. But the agent workbench brings to the table something more connected with the future, with the vision for the platform. So these will be treated and will be evolved as the other areas in the platform. So you have versioning, um, you have merge and access to all the features for the platform. So this is the main difference that we have now from agent builder to the agent workbench. Okay. And basically you select the agent on that screen and then provide a name to your agent. Here as an example, I was using a sales agent. Then you select the AI model connections. So probably on some OutSystems demos, you see dozens of connections here. I have only this one, which is for OpenAI Azure for GPT. Okay, but you select these AI model upfront, so it's tightly connected with your agent. Then OutSystems, after that step, you have this kind of app, your agent on ODC Studio. You notice here that we have only events, logic, and also data, which is great because this is much more powerful when compared with what we have on Agent Builder. Okay, on Agent Builder, we have a few things like access to OutSystems shared entities and so on. But here you have basically access to all the other tools that we have on a classic ODC. Of course, we don't have screens here because this is an agent. It works as a kind of a business logic piece or integration piece, but we have a lot of things. We have a lot of tools here when compared, and infinite possibilities when compared with what we have on Agent Builder. But just to reinforce, we can start with Agent Builder and build amazing things with that. Okay, just to see here, let me see one question. It is possible to try adding integrate the AI models in the ODC trial version. I'm quite sure on trial version, okay, you have the ability to consume the OutSystems AI model trials, okay. But and you also have, I believe, you also have the ability to create your own AI model, but not to create, but to connect with your own credentials. The important thing here is, from my perspective, this is risky because once you create that AI model there, anyone in the environment can consume that and can generate costs to your site. So my suggestion here, at least short term, okay, would be use the trial models if they are available, if they are still available on ODC, on the ODC shared tenant, or if you have access to a customer that has ODC, you can. I think it's safe to create that because it's a more controlled environment, and you can agree with your team so they will not use that without your consent and so on. So on shared environments, I would go for the trial models that OutSystems is providing, if they are available in terms of calls, because OutSystems provides trial models for the shared environment, not isolated per developer. So if they have 100 calls for ChatGPT, you probably either you have still available calls to be made, or you have to wait for maybe try to enter another shared environment and luckily have available credits there. But this is something very important to reinforce. They are looking forward to improve that, especially to expand this exploration phase and the experimentation for Workbench for our community. Okay. So as I was explaining, once after the effort, after we name the agent and so on, this kind of template is provided. Okay, I will not deep dive into this part so that we can have more time for the agent AI agent builder implementation. But basically, this is a template. You can change almost everything here, and this template provides the main actions for you to provide instructions to your agent, to provide data, the grounding data for your agent. So if you want to analyze an entity and ask for, hey, agent, my sales agent, which customers, which products can I recommend to this specific customer based on his last purchase and so on. So here you have all the actions to provide data, the proper input and the proper tools for your agent, and also the instruction for your agent, the context, what the agent will be in charge, what will be the agent role. Uh, this will in this template you also have the ability to create some entities or consume external entities. Let me see if I have here. No, but one of the things that we have inside each agent, it is a table, an entity that is responsible for storing the conversation, the memory for your agent. Of course, this can be extended. This can be you can use other tools like, I don't know, maybe an external database, or you can maybe centralize all the memory, the agent memory in one central table and so on. But OutSystems is providing now this template, okay, when you create an agent with the main actions that you should execute and that you can customize to make your agent call when we are talking about Workbench, okay? But just to remember, we will not demonstrate here, we will not do the live coding here around the Workbench, because we are still on an early access program, and we are not yet allowed to demonstrate. Hopefully, when they provide the proper authorization for that, the clearance for that, I would love to go back here to this user group and make a new presentation, new session, just focused on Workbench. Okay. So in terms of evolution, okay, Rafa, now we have Agent Builder, Agent Workbench, AI models, and so on. So AI models is something that will be used, it's been used for both Builder and Workbench. But what we will see here is that Agent Builder probably will be kept in the ecosystem, will be kept in the ecosystem as the main bridge, as the AI connection to your models, okay? And new customers that are working, that started to work with OutSystems after Workbench being released as on general availability, on GA, okay? Probably, for sure, 100% sure, Workbench is the way of moving, okay? Is the right way to move. So if you already have an ODC customer and you want to try agents and start implementing, start doing some POCs, there's no problem to start with Agent Builder. It's very easy to migrate one thing from one side to another. So migrate agents built on Agent Builder to a Workbench. Okay, so this is not the reason that you should stop or wait for Workbench for a lot of things, a lot of use cases. Agent Builder will be able to handle your needs, your requirements, and so on. But of course, after Workbench being released in general availability, this is the way of this is the right way, this is the right path. So probably, sorry, new features will be released only for Workbench, and Agent Builder at some point will be discontinued and so on. So, but I don't see any urgency from OutSystems side to discontinue Agent Builder and so on. There's no reason to wait for Workbench to start building your first agents. Okay. Now let's jump into the demo. Let me. And for this demo, okay, we can start here. Just okay, already explained the AI models. And for this demo, we are going to implement a tone analysis, writing tone analysis, okay, using Agent Builder. And one of the main things here for this tone analysis, and the same things that we are using here for Agent Builder will be the ones that we will use for Agent Workbench. Okay, so there's no big difference between the baseline, the instructions, the prompt, and so on that we provide for on both sides. But for this one, we are going to for this demo, we are going to create an agent, tone analysis agent, okay, using Agent Builder. And to do that, we only have to provide two main instructions. The first one, actually, it is kind of not that important because it's an overview about the agent role. Okay, but the second one, and I will read here before creating, just to provide some context and also some share my experience when working with these agents and so on. So either this will be this suggestions, these knowledge is valuable either for Agent Builder or for Workbench. Okay. So the main thing here, it is the prompt, and I have to confess that I had had to ask for help for ChatGPT to help me build this prompt. Okay, because the first time that I tried to create these tone analysis, I struggled a lot with things like, hey, I'm waiting for one keyword or as an output, or I'm waiting for a JSON data set or as output format, and ChatGPT and GPT was returning something like, hey, here's your JSON, the JSON that we requested, and then you had the JSON. And you have to explain exactly what you are expecting, what you are providing as input, and what you are expecting as output. And also, you have to explicitly say that you only need this piece of information as an output. So for this prompt, I was back and forth. I was struggled a little bit when I was trying to bring this demo to life. Okay, and again, this is a live demo, so I cannot assure that 100% that everything will work as expected. So this is a live demo, but I will do my best to show everything working for you on this session. Okay, but in terms of prompt, this is the prompt that we will provide in the next steps. You receive two text fields related to a help desk ticket. Ticket title, a short sentence with up to 100 characters. Ticket description, a descriptive text with up to 500 characters. Your task is to analyze the overall tone of the ticket's writing, considering the context, the words used, and the communication style. Classification rules. If the text is written objectively without expressing emotion, complaints, or praise, return only neutral. Okay? If the text includes words or expressions of gratitude, satisfaction, compliments, or conveys or conveys a positive sentiment, return only positive. If the text has a harsh tone with complaints, dissatisfaction, demands, or expression of irritation, return only aggressive. So this is very important to reinforcing the type of output and exactly the output that you're expecting. Of course, here we are returning only one keyword based on the input that we will provide, but you can also ask the agent for returning a JSON or something like that, or a comma split file, some string. I don't know. So basically, you can provide almost everything as an input and ask for almost anything as output, but you have to be very explicit and reinforce the what you are expecting in terms of result and what you are providing. Response format, okay. Your response must contain only a single word in uppercase with one of these valid options: neutral, positive, or aggressive. No additional sentences, no explanations. So this is the part, this is one of my pitfalls when I was the part that was struggling, because in the first attempts, um, the GPT model returned something like, hey, here's your, based on my analysis, this is a neutral, here's the result, neutral. Hey, these tickets looks like an aggressive one, so the analysis result is aggressive. So you have to be very explicit here to provide what you're expecting as response format, because on the other side you have logic waiting for only one word and not for additional information, a phrase from the GPT and also that keyword. Okay, so I was just explaining here all the logic behind this agent prompt. Then we can jump to the agent builder. So on agent builder, remember, this is not as far as I know, this is not installed by default on all the tenants. Okay, so you have to install from Forge on ODC tenants. But here I'm just logged in on agent builder. We hit these. Of course, we have these. We have some examples here, samples that you can start from this template, okay? But we're going to create a new one, create an agent. Let me see if I didn't lose my session. Just 1 minute. Also, if you work for a partner, for an OutSystems partner, I believe the majority of partners, they have access to one ODC under their partner agreement. So this is another way, maybe, of experimenting agents on learning more about agents. Okay, create an agent. Okay, perfect. I'll copy paste from here. Act as a role will provide act as a writing tone agent. Control C, copy, paste. Task, basically we will provide the prompt that I just read. Okay, copy and paste it. Okay, here I'm going to select my custom connection, okay, to open AI Azure Foundry. Here you can see the trial models already available, and this is the part that I mentioned, that you probably have on a customer, or maybe you can find some, you can be connected to a tenant, ODC shared tenant with still available with available tokens to be used or calls to be used. Okay, but for this one, I'm using the custom connection that I created to a open AI Azure Foundry. Okay, so I can writing down agent. Here are the instructions, and we hit the save agent. We can provide here a name like agent done analysis. Okay, let me copy this part because this ID will be used later on our implementation. Okay, copy, save. Then let me put this here. Actually, I don't need, but and here we have our agent without any issues. We just created our agent. Okay, and we can also, if you want to, we can try here calling the agent. Okay, with a sample input, like my phone isn't working. I'm very mad with my phone. Okay, let me see. Aggressive. So based on the input that we provided, the agent classified as aggressive. Okay, so one of the things that we have to keep in mind when we are dealing with agents, it is, and this is something that will be very similar when we work with Workbench. We are providing to the agent upfront. We are providing the main instructions for the agent. This is something I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 99%. I have 99% confidence to say that this is something that is very different from on Workbench, because here we are defining this task on this console, which is the Agent Builder portal. Okay, so to change that, I don't know. I don't know if the OutSystems is providing any API on Agent Builder level to programmatically or dynamically change this instruction. Okay, but on the Workbench agents, you will be able. The chances are, I'm 99% sure about that, but 95. But the chances are that we will be able to change these instructions dynamically. And thinking on the potential of this tiny thing, this small thing to be allowed on Agent Workbench, this probably will allow us to have something like an agent to do a specific task, and also an agent that supervise, that checks or that evaluate the results of the other agent, or maybe an agent that reads from a table that was with some human interaction, with some human supervision. So you can have something like, okay, classify the tone analysis for that. But if I am assuming that tone analysis thing, it is something very critical, at least we start, we are going to create some interface so that a human can look for the classification and provide a feedback saying if how assertive the agent was on that specific task, classifying by, okay, from 0 to 100, how assertive, how precise the agent was doing that task. So potentially, we can have agents supervising other agents and learning from user input, interacting agents interacting with other agents. So by doing that, we can potentially have something like, okay, we have this original agent, we have the data as a result for human supervision, and we can ask another agent to do something like, hey, analyze this prompt with this feedback from a real person and suggest or adapt, automatically adapt the original prompt to be more assertive. So this is the type of thing that we expect to have on agents. So, and that's why I'm pretty excited about the potential of what we have here in near future. Okay, so sorry, this is something very, very powerful from my perspective, and with Workbench we are extending this by far 100 times in terms of potential. Okay, so just finished here our implementation for our agent on Agent Builder. Now we're going to jump to Studio, ODC Studio, and to consume this agent and to try with real data. Okay, let me just copy this part here to clipboard. So I'm just copying the agent ID. Then we can go to ODC Studio. For this demo, I will not create an app from scratch. Okay, we will be using support ticket management app that I already have here. This is enough. This is all we need for the implementation. Okay. We don't have any dependencies here. Let me open here the support tickets. Okay, let me open the tickets here. Just to show you. Okay, great. So this is the app that we are using here for this demo. As you can see, we have very simple tickets with title and description. This app was generated using Mentor, okay, in one of my previous demos. So this is the data that will be used for our demonstration. Okay. One thing that I previously created on this app, it is this ticket tone static entity. Okay, I created this ticket tone static entity to save in on a database level the tone that was identified. So of course, for that, connected with that, we have on ticket support ticket here, ticket tone ID. Okay, this field now, this attribute now is null, so we didn't classify any tickets for that, but I did create this ticket tone static entity so that we can save on database neutral, positive, or aggressive. So the classification that was returned by our agent. And that's why, sorry, and that's why I was asking specifically in the prompt for one of these three words. If you notice the ticket tone here, the ID, it is text type. We have a data text as a data type, so that we can have here neutral, positive, or aggressive as our foreign keys, as our ID for these support ticket entity. Okay. So to do the implementation, we go here to the support tickets table. This part will be very simple. Okay, there is no brainer here. Add a new column, add a new button, check done, double click. Now we jump to the check done, and now we have to add a reference. We have to connect to bring to the table our agent, our call agent action. Okay, Agent Builder provide this action here. When we are dealing, remember, when we on Workbench, we will create new agent that, and that agent will provide a public action that can be called by other space, that by other modules on our OutSystems infrastructure. Okay, so here we have this generic call agent action from Agent Builder application. Okay, and for this one we have to provide the ID of the agent that we are calling. On Workbench, we will when we are referencing an agent, we are explicitly calling a specific agent from specific app. So here we have this more generic way of doing it, which is calling this API, calling this agent bridge or this agent integration that by identify the agent that we want to execute. Okay, call agent. Perfect. And we can, let me just drag and drop to here and explain a little bit the main inputs that we have here. So the first input that's required here, it is the agent ID that I just copy and paste, that I just copy and paste from the Agent Builder, just to remember. And this is the one. Okay, just copy this part. Okay, we have now the agent ID, and then we have the chat message. So we can provide more. This can be a list, but we will provide only one chat message for sender. And for chat message structure, we have two parameters. The first one, it is the sender. We are going to use user here as our sender. This is something that is used to identify if it is something that agent or user input. Okay, that's being provided. And for content, remember that we mentioned on our agent that the input will be something like ticket title and the title, and ticket description and the description. So let me copy these, go back to the expression editor here, and we, as input, we will send something like ticket title we are sending the current support ticket title that we have on the line that we are clicking, plus new line, plus ticket description, copy, paste it, plus description. Okay, so basically we are providing the agent ID and one message with sender user as a sender, and the text that we provided there. So this is very connected. So we have to make sure that what we are providing here, it is connected with what we defined on the agent level. Okay, so we have the call agent here. Let me get, we can show a feedback message just to make sure that the agent is returning what we expect. And we can also here do something like set tone foreign key. And for that, we will do something like get support ticket list, current support ticket, ticket tone ID. In here, expression editor. So we get the response from this. Is going to work this way, okay? Because we know that the response matches. Of course, we could test if the response was it is right, it is the one that we're expecting, and so on. But just to remove these warning here, let me use our cast text to identifier action. Okay, that's why I opted to I decided to use a text as primary key for as our ID for ticket tone. Okay, because this makes things easier when we are doing this type of thing. And here we can update our support ticket. Okay, copy, paste it, done. And we can refresh our, let me, this is something, oh, this is not working. Oh no, sorry, here. I just want to show here. This is the easiest way, the trick. Instead of drag and drop the refresh data and then selecting the aggregate, we can drag and drop it from here. Okay, fingers crossed. Let me publish this. And if this is working as expected, we will see the agent to be called with those input parameters, specific in context, specific tickets that we have in context for that specific line. So we are expecting to get the message, the response from the agent, and then to have the ticket updated to that specific tone value. Okay, so fingers crossed with me. Great. We have here, let me hit, okay, let me first read. So the first one, this is absurd. No one solves my problem. Description, this is absurd. I've been 2 days without access and no solution yet. For those that are watching here this session, this ticket will be classified by AI as positive, neutral, or aggressive. Quick question. Aggressive. Okay, thank you, Mita. Nitin, aggressive. Okay, let me see. Check tone. Let me click here. Aggressive. Yes, indeed, it was classified as aggressive. Great, it's working as expected. So let me select another one to have another to force another scenario, to simulate another scenario. Calendar synchronization issue. My calendar is not syncing with the scheduling app. So this one, I'm expecting to have a neutral, because although uh, it's a problem, it's a complaint, this is a very neutral um, ticket. Let me see. Checked on. Neutral. Okay, works. Working as expected. Let me see one that is positive here. Thanks and requesting update. Thank you for previous support. I'd like to request an update now. This one, we're expecting to have as a positive one. Checked on. And we have a positive as expected. So we can keep doing here. Neutral, difficult changing password. I'm able to change my password, so probably neutral. Thanks, my account is logged. Request to unlock user account. Let me see. Unacceptable. This will be aggressive. At least I expect to be aggressive. Yes. So working as expected. And although this is a very, very simple example, and now I hope, hopefully, the 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 thing, the seed that I'm trying to plant here, about start thinking about the next agent that we will build. Okay, don't wait for Workbench to do that. But the main thing here that I want to incentivize, no, that that I want to uh, um, motivate you to do it. Okay, is to think about agents, or not, don't wait for Workbench to do that. And also, to be completely honest, even if you are not on ODC tenant, if somehow you have, and I believe that we already have on Forge some ChatGPT um, components. Okay, you can do quite similar thing with a ChatGPT regular call. So if you are working on O11 and you have the chance to install and configure ChatGPT or maybe other AI model that supports this conversation, this text-based prompt, okay, you can try do something like uh, providing those instructions for each call. Here we are not providing more those instructions on for each call, because we are basically calling the agent. And in the back end, the agent model, we have the agent builder, we have we have the instructions here. But you can try on, actually you can open your ChatGPT here and provide these instructions, and then provide some samples to see how and probably ChatGPT will return something like, okay, aggressive, neutral, and so on. So you have a few ways of trying, even without working for Workbench. But I can assure you that OutSystems is working hard to expand the Workbench and to bring to GA, and to also to expand to the shared environments, to the shared tenants, or these shared tenants, so that we can build our first agents and to create amazing things around this subject. So in terms of presentation, of session and content, I think that's it. But of course, I'm open for a few questions if you need. And I'm finishing So this is the all that I have for today.
Yeah. Thank you, Rafael. It's a really grateful, wonderful session. Not only the agent builder, we got all the AI capabilities of our system. We got a complete overview. Thanks for that. And yeah, so participants, if you have any questions, so you can put your question in the chat, and Rafael will answer to that question.
Okay, how far when I click create from the ODC studio, I still only see app and library options. I'm not able to see the AI agent option yet. The public key announcement in terms of Workbench, okay, with the information that I have now, it is on ODC 1 global, which is September 3rd. Yes, yeah. So in the end of September. So on the OutSystems global event in Lisbon. This is the information that I have now. Um, you have on OutSystems website the form to apply for the early access program. Okay, if you work for an ODC customer, you can apply for early access program to have access to Workbench before that. But the official date that I have so far, it is on one that will take place in Lisbon this year on December 3rd.
Yeah, thanks, Rafael. Yeah. There is one more question.
Asking more like integration. For us, is there any provision we have that we can also get a suggested response set based on ticket description, asking more like integration agentic with Gen AI? That we can also get a suggested response from based on tickets. I'm not sure if I'm getting your question, Bala.
Bala, can you
Asking,
please explain, maybe add some more information to that
yeah,
question? Bala?
asking more like integrated agentic AI with Gen AI.
I just put the URL for requesting
Uh,
admissions.
yes, you can remember when we are calling, we are here for this. If I'm getting your question right, okay. For this specific scenario, for this specific agent, we implemented kind of an API style agent. So we are providing some feedback on with specifics with specific parameters, input parameters, and we're expecting an output. I did something similar a few years ago with using Google. We did a few projects, not a lot of, but a few projects using AI in the past for tone analysis, for emotion recognition from video. We, I don't have here. Yes, I have one of some of the innovation awards that we have here are connected with AI things that we built in the past. So this one that we built here, it is more like simulating an API, but you can certainly use agents to do conversations with your model. So to do more like a chat or a GPT things, like, hey, for instance, I think I did for the first agent builder demo. I did something like that. That was I created an agent that by providing a data set, I was asking a few questions for the agent. So something like here's the data, and I could ask something. I could ask for things like, hey, give me insights about this data set. Which product is the most sell product on based on the data that I'm providing. So you can do this more AI or more suggestion way conversation for you can benefit from agents. Okay, you can use agents to do these more conversational or suggestion like implementations. Okay, so either by providing a data set as input, or maybe only by doing it on a conversation way. So you ask for something, the agent will reply to you with the agent response, so you can interact with that and go back and forth. So yes, you can do something more on a generative way. So where your agent interaction takes action over the previous messages. Okay, but here we just implemented something more like an API. And remember, and just use this as an example of the potential here. Probably this one example that we implemented here that is simulating a kind of an API. We have a lot of APIs around the globe, okay, and to simulate this type of thing, but we are talking about different APIs with different credentials, with more formal signatures, and so on. And here we have an almost infinite way of doing kind of API calls to bring intelligence to our apps using the same thing, the same infrastructure. Here we just created this tone analysis, but we could maybe create a risk assessment for a loan credit. So remember, what the essence of the agent, the essence of what we are doing here, it is we are providing the instructions of what we want, the input parameters and the output parameters. So this opens a lot of possibility in terms of what we can do. So we kind of have here this infinite API action that we can call to do hundreds, dozens, to cover 100 or dozens of scenarios in terms of, for instance, APIs that we, in other scenarios, we maybe had to call one different API from one different for different vendors to accomplish different tasks. And here you have one thing. Of course, we have to analyze in terms of costs if it's cheaper to call an specialized API rather than make that using a GPT call to do that. There are differences between the cost of each model, GPT mini, GPT 4o, and so on. So you can call different models for different tasks. So of course we have to bring this to the table, but at least from my perspective, for the majority of the cases, we have here a kind of an infinite gateway to call to simulate APIs to do amazing things without having to connect with different vendors, with different APIs, with different endpoints, with different credentials. Can the agent handle support tickets written in different languages, 99% sure that it can. Actually, I was planning to extend this session a little bit more by first creating an agent to translate from Portuguese to English, because the original database that I had for ticket support was in Portuguese. Then I decided to translate and to bootstrap the information again. But it my answer to your question is, the agent, in terms of translation, it is directly connected with the what the A model is supporting. Here I'm calling AI GPT 4.0, if I'm not wrong. Okay, and the AI agent in terms of languages will support what the AI model is supporting so far. So my answer for you, Hoini, is yes, the majority. And in the worst case scenario, if it's not supporting now, this will be supported in near future. But this is something that that is inherited from the API, the AI model that we are consuming, that we are using. Okay. The request and response that you have written are checked in ChatGPT before you define the agent. I use the ChatGPT for helping me to build the prompt. Okay, my first attempt, when I started designing this demo, I just tried something like act as a tone writing analysis API, and classify the input as neutral, Y and or Z. Okay, and then I noticed that the prompt was not that assertive. Then I asked it something like, I want to build an agent that does analysis, writing tone analysis. I want to provide the ticket description and ticket type as input parameters in this format, and I want the as output only one keyword. Please help me build this prompt. And then ChatGPT generated the prompt that we saw in the demo. So my first attempt, the main pitfall when I was first attempting to create this was the fact that GPT was returning not only the keyword, the neutral or the positive or the aggressive, but it was also returning more things like, hey, here's the analysis, uh, here's the analysis for these input aggressive. And the other thing was the instructions, I'm sorry, here. And the other thing that it was very helpful was these specific instructions on what would be the criteria to classify from neutral to positive to aggressive, because probably without this part here, maybe some neutrals and positive, or some neutral and aggressive could not this would not be that assertive. So it helped a lot on this part also. Okay, so yes, it is a great thing. It is I strongly advise you to ask for ChatGPT, okay, on helping you to build the prompt. And basically this is copy and paste from the result from the generated prompt from ChatGPT.
Okay. Thank you, Rafael. Thank you for the wonderful session. And I think, yeah, I, all the questions are covered. And thanks for the wonderful session again. And participants, thanks for your time also. So in the weekdays, you in between the work, you would join. And yeah, so thanks for that. And yeah, so after this session, please share your key takeaways from this, and we will soon publish about the next session. So please check my LinkedIn, and also you will also receive the mail from the Chennai OutSystem user group official ID. And yeah, please attend all the four session and learn from all the experts. Thanks, Rafil, once again for the wonderful session. Thank you so much. And soon we
Mari,
will learn the next. Yeah, sorry, please.
can I this is my first this is my first, as I explained, this is my first international user group. uh, do you mind if I take a screenshot from the our window here with all the names?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So please, participant, please turn your camera, and yeah, we will take the group selfie quickly. Please turn on your video, please. Everyone, please turn on your camera.
Okay,
Okay, great.
we are good. You see.
Okay, let me take a snap now. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you again, and I hope to come back here with another session. It was a pleasure to present this content for you, and I hope to and keep connected with these AI initiatives, because these can make a lot of difference in terms of uh, your resume, your experience, and in visibility for the market. So keep connected with AI initiatives, because these definitely can highlight you as a developer on the OutSystems ecosystem.
Sure, sure, Rafael. Maybe we can plan a mentor session. So after that recent update, like they are planning to release update you mentioned, right? So maybe after that, if you could provide one more session for Chennai user group, we will be more happy. So yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
okay. Thank you for that, Rafael. Thanks everyone. Thanks for joining the session. Yeah,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Bye.
Bye bye.